Hi, I am Nico. They are Frida, Carlos, and Karen. And today we are going to answer the question, what is the difference between rationalism and empiricism regarding knowledge? Let's begin.
There has been a dispute between rationalism and empiricism since a long time ago. According to the Stanford Encyclopedia of Philosophy, this dispute takes place within epistemology.
Do you mean the branch of philosophy devoted to studying the nature, sources, and limits of knowledge, with questions such as, how can we gain knowledge? What are the limits of our knowledge? And what is the nature of propositional knowledge?
Yes, the different ideas towards these questions gives place to two branches of philosophers which try to answer this question by means of experience or reason.
I mean, this question has been raised by humans in order to find an answer to what humans feel, experience, and perceive through their senses. However, philosophers like Kant argue that the main source of our knowledge is based primarily on rationalism and experience with emphasis on reason, by means of our intuitions and concepts that we have of the objects.
First, we should talk about rationalism. Does anyone know what it is?
Not really. Do you?
Yes, of course. Rationalism is defined as any view appealing to intellectual and deductive reason, as opposed to sensory experience or any religious teachings, as a source of knowledge or justification. In other words, rationalism is a philosophical school that answers the question, how do we acquire knowledge, by stating we acquire knowledge by means of our reason.
All rationalists share the idea of finite ideas as our first knowledge. We could say that philosophers such as Plato, Descartes, Leibniz, and Noam Chomsky agree that there is an innate knowledge in every one of us. They state that some things we know it because of our intuitions, while others we know it by being deduced through valid arguments from intuitive propositions.
Their ideas were based on the idea that reality has a rational structure in all aspects, and it can be picked up through mathematical, logical, and infinite principles, and not simply through sensory experience.
Rationalists also state that the mind is a structure in order to respond to mathematical methods of reasoning. Some of our knowledge, or the concepts we employ daily in our lives, are part of our innate nature. They say experiences may trigger a process by which we bring this knowledge to consciousness, but the experiences themselves do not provide us with knowledge, because this knowledge has been inside us all along.
Yes, of course, I understand it.
It's not difficult at all.
But what about empiricism?
Empirism is a philosophical trend that answers the question, how do we acquire knowledge? And it answers it saying that we acquire knowledge by our means of our senses.
Remember, this is mainly acquired through observation and experimentation. Our mind is a blank paper, and only with the contact of senses with things it starts recording impressions. It emphasizes the role of experience and device, especially sensory experience, in the formation of ideas.
Remember, empiricists have always claimed that sense experience is the ultimate starting point for all our knowledge. The senses give us the raw data about the world, and without this raw material, there wouldn't be any knowledge. As we gain knowledge in every kind of topic, it depends on the sensible experience.
In order to remember what empiricism is, you must understand that empiricists deny the idea of innate knowledge, intuition, and deduction established by rationalism in order to gain knowledge. So, empiricists state that sense experience is itself our only source of ideas and knowledge.
As you can see, empiricism and rationalism are completely different. In conclusion, empiricism states that we get knowledge by means of our senses, while rationalism said our knowledge is based primarily in innate knowledge and in our reason. But at the end, the conclusion they want to draw on us is that we do not know at all.
And there isn't a branch that involves both empirism and rationalism?
Oh yes, but that's another topic.
Free created using Powtoon.